Have you ever wondered about the ancient origins of the relationship between Jews and Philistines? The answer lies in the intricate tapestry of history, where each thread weaves a story of shared lands, divergent paths, and enduring legacies. Our journey begins, as many do, with the written word. The ancient biblical narratives serve as the foundational roots of the Jews and Philistines. These texts, rich with tales of prophets, battles, and divine interventions, illuminate the early chapters of a relationship that has shaped the course of history. In the heart of the Middle East, nestled between the Jordan River and the Mediterranean Sea, lies a region known as Canaan. This land, brimming with fertile plains and rugged mountains, was the ancient dwelling place of both Jews and Philistines. It is here, within the borders of Canaan, that our story truly takes root. The Old Testament, a cornerstone in the annals of both Jewish and Philistine histories, provides an invaluable glimpse into the lives of these ancient communities. The narratives recount the early presence of Jews and Philistines in Canaan, painting a picture of a time when they inhabited the same geographic landscape, yet their coexistence was not without friction. The sacred texts bear witness to the conflicts and tensions that arose between these two communities. However, they also highlight periods of coexistence, offering a nuanced perspective of a complex relationship that oscillated between cooperation and confrontation. The early chapters of this shared history, as told through the ancient biblical narratives, set the stage for the intricate relationship between Jews and Philistines. These narratives, filled with tales of triumph, struggle, and endurance, provide a window into a time long past, yet whose echoes continue to resonate in the present. So, as we delve deeper into the historical interactions between Jews and Philistines, we cannot overlook the significance of these early biblical narratives. They serve as a compass, guiding us through the labyrinth of history and illuminating the path that has led these two communities to their present realities. These sacred texts mark the beginning of an intricate relationship that would span over centuries. And as we journey further into this story, we will discover how this relationship has evolved, shaped by shared histories, contested territories, and divergent destinies. Stay tuned as we unravel this fascinating narrative, one thread at a time. Canaan, a land that witnessed the intersecting destinies of Jews and Philistines. A stage set by the sands of time, where two ancient communities' paths crossed and diverged, shaping a complex narrative that still reverberates today. In the heart of the Middle East, Canaan was the crucible for the evolving relationship between the Jews and Philistines. A place of coexistence, yet also a battleground for cultural clashes and divergent paths. These communities, each rich with their unique traditions and beliefs, began to carve out their distinct identities in this shared landscape. The Philistines, known for their maritime prowess, established themselves along the fertile coastal plains, creating a network of city-states that thrived on trade and innovation. Meanwhile, the Jews, rooted in their monotheistic faith, found their home in the inland regions, fostering a close-knit community bound by religious law and prophetic leadership. However, the shared land of Canaan was not just a backdrop for peaceful coexistence, it was also a stage for territorial struggles, particularly over key areas such as the coastal plains. These strategic locations, rich in resources and trade routes, became points of contention, fueling tensions and conflicts that would span centuries. In this land of shared histories and divergent paths, the struggle for control was not merely a battle for physical territory, it was also a clash of cultures, ideologies, and identities. The Jews, with their monotheistic beliefs and covenant with God, stood in stark contrast to the Philistines, known for their polytheistic practices and seafaring lifestyle. This clash of cultures, coupled with the territorial disputes, began to shape the trajectory of both communities, defining their relationship in the annals of history. The echoes of these ancient conflicts and cultural clashes still resonate today, shaping the narratives and identities of these communities. As we delve deeper into their shared past, we begin to see how these divergent paths and shared lands have shaped the complex relationship between the Jews and Philistines. These territorial disputes would shape the trajectory of both communities, leaving an enduring impact. The echoes of these struggles still resonate today, reminding us of the shared lands and divergent paths that have shaped the intricate tapestry of Jewish and Philistine histories. The Bible, a cornerstone of history, provides a window into the world of Jews and Philistines. As we turn the pages of this ancient text, we find ourselves immersed in a world of prophets, battles, and divine interventions. Stories that have withstood the test of time, resonating through the centuries. shaping the identities and destinies of two distinct communities. One of the most iconic tales is that of David and Goliath. This narrative, steeped in drama and tension, illustrates the classic struggle of the underdog. David, a young shepherd, armed only with a sling and his faith, stands against Goliath, a giant warrior from the Philistine ranks. The story culminates with David's improbable victory, a triumph of faith and courage over brute strength. But the biblical narratives are not just about battles and victories, they also depict the struggles of individuals caught in the crossfire of cultural and territorial disputes. Take for instance the story of Samson, a man granted extraordinary strength by God. His tumultuous relationship with Delilah, a Philistine woman, leads to his downfall. This tale underscores the complexities of love, betrayal, and sacrifice within the broader context of Jewish-Philistine relations. These stories and countless others are more than just ancient tales. They have played a pivotal role in shaping the identity of Jews and Philistines alike. They serve as a cultural mirror, reflecting the values, struggles, and aspirations of these communities. From the courage of David to the tragic fate of Samson, these narratives have been woven into the fabric of Jewish and Philistine collective memory. In fact, the impact of these narratives extends beyond the realm of history. They continue to influence the perspectives of both communities, shaping their worldview and their understanding of each other. They serve as a shared heritage, a common thread that links the past with the present. These tales, etched in collective memory, continue to shape perspectives. And as we delve deeper into these narratives, we begin to appreciate the complexities and intricacies that have shaped the relationship between Jews and Philistines over the centuries. Beyond the written word, we find tangible links to the intertwined histories of Jews and Philistines. In the earth of the ancient Middle East, we unearth remnants of vibrant civilizations that once thrived. These artifacts, these fragments of history, are more than just physical objects. They are the echoes of a bygone era, silent witnesses to the lives and cultures of the Jews and Philistines. Let's venture into the realm of archaeology. Excavations have unearthed ruins of cities, remnants of daily life, and artistic expressions that tell their own stories. From pottery shards etched with intricate designs to monumental architecture that hints at grandeur, these artifacts offer a glimpse into the past. They reveal the aesthetics, the craftsmanship, and the daily routines of those who lived thousands of years ago. Imagine an artisan meticulously carving a seal, a potter shaping clay on a wheel, or an architect overseeing the construction of a fortified city. Each artifact captures a moment frozen in time, a snapshot of life in a world that no longer exists. They are the tangible threads that weave the rich tapestry of the history of Jews and Philistines. And then there's art. Art is a universal language, a bridge across time and space. The artistic expressions of the Jews and Philistines, whether in the form of pottery, sculptures, or frescoes, provide an intimate look into their worldview. They reflect the beliefs, the hopes, the fears, and the aspirations of people who lived, loved, and dreamed in these ancient lands. Finally, the ruins of cities and settlements bear silent testimony to the ebb and flow of civilizations. They tell tales of prosperity and decline, of war and peace, of growth and decay. Archaeology, in essence, is the biography of a place written in the language of bricks and mortar, pottery and metal, bones and dust. These pieces of history provide us a vivid picture of the past, enriching our understanding of these communities. They remind us that history is not just about kings and battles, but also about ordinary people living their lives, leaving behind traces for us to discover and interpret. And in doing so, we get a little closer to understanding the shared heritage of Jews and Philistines and the tapestry of history that binds them together. The echoes of the past continue to reverberate in the present. The establishment of the modern state of Israel in 1948 is a prime example. The historical claims and narratives of both the Jews and Philistines are deeply intertwined with this geopolitical entity. It's almost like a mirror, reflecting the ancient struggles and aspirations of these communities, only now on a global stage. Understanding the historical roots of these communities is not just an academic exercise, it's a way to navigate the labyrinth of the contemporary Middle East. It's a way to understand the why behind the what. The ancient roots, the shared lands, the divergent paths, all these elements combine to shape the current narrative. And so, we find ourselves standing at the intersection of history and the present day. The past informs the present, shedding light on the complexities of today's Middle East. The tapestry of history reveals the intricate relationship between Jews and Philistines. We've traced their ancient roots in the shared lands of Canaan, explored the divergent paths they've taken, and delved into the narratives that have shaped their identities. We've seen the physical remnants of their intertwined histories in art, architecture, and archaeology. And we've examined how these historical interactions continue to echo in the complexities of the contemporary Middle East. Yet, amidst the echoes of the past, there's a potential for a new narrative to be written. A narrative that acknowledges their shared heritage and seeks to build bridges of dialogue and cooperation. A narrative where mutual respect and understanding take center stage, influencing the course of their shared future. As we stand at the crossroads of history and the future, we realize that understanding their shared past could indeed be the key to unlocking a harmonious future.